I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. The most of this night, come on baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do.
Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Shivy, he's got to do something about it. The spike is kicking, but wrap up with the triple kill to end it off. Your champions are Team Tamilas.
Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Shiffy, he's got to do something about it. The spike is ticking, but wrap up with the triple kill to end it off. Your champions are Team Tamilas.
And gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3 powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD with ACT as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. I'm C. I'm going to be your host and caster for the day, joined by Aggressive, and we're here bringing you the round of 128 as amazing set of 3 matches today. Aggressive, we're going to be seeing Godlike Esports, Noble, and Team Tamilas, and I'm so excited. But first up, it's Godlike. And Godlike are runners-up from Series 2. They're a team to watch out for, don't you think?
They are a team to watch out for, and yes, I don't have a beard anymore before any of you guys say. But I'm still the same person, but still, Godlike is pretty much the same people as well. We know them, we love them. They are for esports in a new form. And Godlike, they're looking to go in for the championship one more time. They were the runners-up. They had some shortcomings, but hopefully after the couple of weeks that they had to practice up, to train up once again, coming into Series 4, I really hope that they are stronger and they are able to take the win.
The idea of the organization in them going far, they've certainly gone far, now almost godlike, one could say. So we'll have to see if they can actually attain the higher crown, because another thing to talk about in Series 4 is the idea of a couple organizations who took a break in Series 3 coming back into the picture. I'm talking about one of them we see today in Noble Esports. So that's going to be really exciting too, to see how like a new organization from Series 3 in Godlike / FAR, how they match up against these stalwart organizations like Noble, and it's going to be a really exciting fest. But back to map 1. For Godlike, we have Haven as map 1. Now, Haven, we've seen Godlike on this, and they beat Team Tamilas in Series 3. They looked excellent on the map. They're going to be starting on the attacking side versus VS Infantry. Do you think VS Infantry on their side, like, what do you think they need to bring to the picture? Because Godlike on attacking side on Haven, that's really scary.
When you consider a team like VS Infantry, we have not seen them in the series just yet. So you need to consider something. This is an absolutely new team. We don't even know what they're going to be bringing down to the table, but we know what Godlike is going to be bringing down to the table. Their teamwork, their coordination, their team play. We already know what they bring. But a team like VS Infantry, we need to see something much more impressive. I do believe that they are a BD team coming forward. So they need to bring something brand new down to the table, because we haven't seen them play. We don't know their play styles. We don't know their strongest map, and they may just catch Godlike off guard, because knowing your opponent's strength and weaknesses are going to be falling into that category. It's a lot about how fast VS Infantry is going to adapt to the playstyles of Godlike, or if they have certain strategies against Godlike, because they know for a fact that Godlike is FAR Esports. We know their strategies. We know what they like to do. And if VS Infantry actually studied up on it, they can beat Godlike, hopefully, but we all know that how good Godlike is in this case to actually adapt properly to anything that the opponent can bring.
For all we want as spectators is a banging match, and I'm sure we'll get that. But while we get ready for the match, and notably we talk about the patch, make sure you check out the links in the description below. The sale's still going on. Make sure you also like, share, subscribe. Series 4 is just starting, and Series 3 in itself was an absolute banger. It's only gonna ramp up the action in Series 4 so far, with a lot of these teams coming back into the action. But back to the idea of the way the map is gonna go, right? For me personally, like after the patch notes, Breach is just like undeniably good in competitive play. Breach in solo queue is like that puppy meme where the big puppy is there and the small puppy is there, and then Breach in competitive is like the big puppy, and then Breach in solo queue is like the small puppy. Breach in competitive is like a pick you simply cannot deny after the flash going to 2 seconds. So we're starting to see a lot more of the two initiator lineups in maps besides Split, because Sova S tier pick in almost every single map. Starting to see a lot more of Breach and Sova with the single duelist, and that's what I'm expecting Godlike to come at us with. But on the side of VS Infantry, like if you know that your team is running this single duelist, double initiator lineup, looking to play very aggressive, very proactive, do you perhaps consider going to the double sentinel lineup, or do you just like, no, 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 they got nerfed too much?
Double Sentinel lineups, it's really, really difficult to work as of right now, because with Killjoy being a much more you need to play her a lot more proactively, and you give away a lot of information knowing that, oh wait, the Killjoy is playing on this side, we know for a fact that she's here, then maybe we can go to another side. And the thing with Cypher is that with Cypher you need to be much more of the crutch player. You cannot play Cypher hyper aggressively in any way. If you die, you just put your team in a very bad situation, because everything that you could bring down to the table is absolutely useless now. All of those need to lead to a playstyle change. And from the side of VS Infantry, I'm hoping for the double sentinel, because on a map like Haven, we have seen what Godlike can do. I don't need to tell any of you how amazing they are when it comes to the map of Haven. But with a double sentinel strategy, if you are able to hold them down, if you do not take a lot of the hyper aggressive peaks, if you do not play, let's say, a bit too overextended, then you bring a lot down to the table to go up against the Godlike and try to understand what kind of a strategy they're going to be bringing down. Maybe there's something new. We don't know. It's been a long break since Series 3. So they're going to have new strategies, new everything. So you need to learn how to adapt. And with the Double Sentinel, that does allow you to learn the game, to adapt as you're moving forward in the match.
Yeah, definitely. Like the idea of double sentinel, definitely something to sort of counter proactive aggressive plays. Like not go for those long angle peaks in A long and C long in Haven with the or rather just let it be held by those double sentinels in Cypher and Killjoy, and then allow the other team to funnel into mid and hope to hold on from there. But it's, as you said, an extremely difficult strategy to coordinate. So we'll see if we will be seeing something of that kind from VS Infantry, or if it's just going to be the comfort picks that we see a lot more in the round of 256, the round of 128. Still, we're in the very early stages of the tournament, so like skill mismatch is definitely possible, and we'll have to see if VS Infantry can rise up to the mark, or if this is going to be one of that. I think on the side of Godlike, though, it's basically like nail in the coffin in regards to composition. I think we've seen that composition already, the single jet on Knight Rider, and the rest of the team coming up with the support, the double initiator in Breach and Sova. And I think they really excel at it, because we know how much Knight Rider likes to go for those aggressive peaks. A jet and a breach is like the new top tier combo, because you can set up the fall line so easily, especially with the change coming where the fall line starts 8 meters ahead of you, and then the jet dashing in aggressively just combos so brilliantly with that. And that's a duo that we need to watch out for. Knight Rider and Shivi, like I think for both of us, they were slightly off in their grand finals game, and we didn't get to see them pop off as much as we would like to. And I think they'll be coming back into Series 4 with a vengeance. What you think? Agres? So at this stage, I think the teams are just getting back together, and we're figuring out exactly what's the time taking to get the match started. It should be started in the next 2 minutes, and while we go check out that issue, make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'll be right back with the action with you in the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3. 4.
Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Shivy, he's gotta do something about it. The spike is kicking, but wrap up with the triple kill to end it off. Your champions are Team Tamilas.
Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Shivy, he's gotta do something about it. The spike is kicking, but wrap up with the triple kill to end it off. Your champions are Team Tamilas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 4, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD, with ACT as the fiber partner and AFK Gaming as the media partner. We're back for the action between VS, Infantry, and Godlike Esports, formerly known as Far Esports, for all of you who don't know. It's as we expected aggressive. For Godlike, it's that double initiator lineup with Knight Rider on that jet. For the side of VS Infantry, a much more standard lineup. They're not going to be having the Breach in their lineup, instead choosing to bring a little more firepower in there with that Phoenix.
This does seem like one of those cases. This is the Trident 2 composition, double duelist, single smoke, one sentinel, and of course there is the Sova on your side. But you do have the Cypher only on your end, and Godlike Esports, this is the Trident true strategy for their side, of course. And with this Breach, you know how dangerous it's gonna be to go for any sort of a push, any sort of a hyper aggressive play against the attacking lineup of Godlike Esports, and they're looking to go out onto this A side. The Sova drone has been used to spot out any singular members, but immediately we're gonna be seeing Godlike force out a rotation and immediately run back, slowly making their way, creeping through the mid area to see if they can get into C side. But with 3 members sitting out on A from the side of VS Infantry, they need to play this extremely carefully. Otherwise, maybe a rush or maybe a slow play. Godlike Esports, only 40 seconds slowly remaining on the clock, but they're executing on the other side as of right now. They're going to be going in. Paranoia has been used on the garage side, and C control is slowly being established with Knight Rider taking the helm of the damage, moving up forward, but no one's really going for anything. And VS Infantry, they're playing for a retake.
30 seconds left.
Still 5v5 situation. I really like the idea, the approach from the side of VS Infantry to step back, wait for the teammates, go for the retake. On the retake, the Figment getting first blood, but Knight Rider instantly answers back on the stick. Now Knight Rider pushing in aggressively will find Damien. It's 4v3 and it's Knight Rider pushing aggressively, but Figment on that flank will find another Nashavi. Will get one, but Flux with that dash up drop will be able to take him down. Now Flux versus 2, just Shivy and SMX left standing for the side of Godlike Esports. Throws the smoke to cover the recon bolt. Very well played, but time running out for Flux right here. Gets shot from long, doesn't look there though. Looking for that flank from him, will not find him. He looks for the peaks, but instead Shivy just jiggling, playing with the time. Will be able to delay it, and SMX on that flank will find that knife.
He found that knife, and that is probably payback for what he felt during the Far Esports game. I don't know if you guys remember this from the side of Series 3. During the finals, SMX got knifed. Who was it exactly? I don't remember. CA, you could probably remind me, but I think this is payback for his side. He's like, I felt the knife during the finals. You're gonna feel the knife during the round of 128, sorry. And this is where it all begins. Godlike with an extremely well played attack, quick rotations. This is how Haven needs to be played. They played their cards right, they played it slow, and they took the fight straight to VS Infantry. And VS Infantry, I have to give it to them. That was a well played round coming out from their side. They played it extremely slow. They played for the retake. They got the picks. But at the very end, the execution was a bit problematic, especially with the breach flash now doing a 2-second flash instead of the usual 1.75 seconds. That is gonna hurt a lot, and with just as I say, though, Knight Rider goes in, finds Figment, but Flux is able to answer back on the Knight Rider 1-for-1 trade, and the side control has been established for the side of Godlike Esports. But we are gonna be seeing via Flux taking massive amount of damage coming out from the side of SMX on this Sova. Does get tagged out again, 15 HP and a dream, and they need to re-enter this site.
4v4 situation, Flux really low. It'll be SMX and White Horse finding the first few kills. Flux is down, and Chevy using the breach abilities to perfection to delay that retake from the side of Infantry's backup as much as possible. Now Godlike pushing in aggressively. Kratos will take down one, but Scargod, Chevy not too far behind, will find them. Now Godlike, they're able to get that A rush burst execute done really well in this round and pick up 2-0, but they went for the buy this round, and them losing 2 members a little expensive for the taste. You'll see that a couple rifles will come through for those lost members. For the side of Infantry, they went for the eco, so this is their round to really push back on the pedal with this buy.
Like, when you think about it, they did pretty well. Like, I would say from the side of VS Infantry, they got 2 kills, they did some damage, they got some extra money for their bank, but this is the round where it all matters. They're going to be seeing another heavy A-side take. Will it either be a fake, because it's only Flux sitting on this A-side. If he gets pushed as of right now, this is going to hurt him so much. SMX using the owl drone, spots out the gun at the back corner, does get spotted out, and it's going to be Flux moving forward. He wants to take a peek angle, but no one is giving him anything. It's going to be Knight Rider dashing in, finding 1 kill out of Flux, being able to take him down. It's going to be Figment on the back end, trying to go for another kill, but he's not going to be able to find it. Scargod answers back onto Figment, taking him down. And side control has been established once again. Damien uses the shock darts, try and delay the plan for as long as possible, using the owl drone to spot out some form of information, but with the spike going down on already, and White Horse with an amazing flank on the back end, he's just creeping in slowly, and everyone's just going to be lined up for him. He finds one, he's looking for another one, but Kratos is able to answer back with a headshot. He finds another one, trying to go on one for the SMX, but SMX way too quick with that Spectre being able to take him down. And such a well-played round coming out from Godlike. And White Horse with that amazing flank was able to find so much value on his side as well.
Yeah, White Horse playing the lurk, doing extremely well in that round, able to get so much information regarding the path of retake for the side of VS Infantry. His trapfire is revealing that they're all going for the standard backside retake, able to get into V side and then flank them from that angle, able to get so much value. But for me, it was Shivy. Shivy with that seismic blast, that flash after flash, just refusing entrance into A-link, into A site, and making sure his team is ahead. Just as I say that, it'll be Shivy finding first blood onto Kratos, looking for more, puts down the ADS, will not find the kill though. Now 5v4 for the side of Godlike, and this is a very much murder them round. We know they're on the eco, just find them and kill them. We don't care about the spike all the way back in the base now. Having said that, it will be Scargod on that Omen. He'll pick up that spike for himself, and the team, they'll look for A burst.
They're looking for that A push, and they're already gonna be seeing the two best friends setting each other up. Shivi with the flash and Knight Rider with the dash, and they already have A side once more. One of the more favorite sides towards the side of Godlike. But this, of course, is an eco round for the side of VS Infantry. So it's all about the exit packs, trying to do a little bit of damage to the economy, trying to boost your own economy in the process. So we are just gonna be waiting it out. So we're going to be moving forward, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be Knight Rider, though, sitting up on this heaven angle, trying to go for the first pick. He finds one, he finds another one on the Sink, being able to take down two, and this is the poor old Sova sitting on the back line. Scargod spots him out and takes him down and sends him back home. 0 and 4 on the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen, for the side of Godlike Esports.
Knight Rider with 7 kills so far in this, a triple kill last round, showing exactly why he's the Knight Rider, beating the infantry down, the cavalry significantly more powerful. And as the solo duelist for the side of Godlike, that's exactly what you want to see. You want to see him bringing that firepower, that just full fragging potential out for Godlike, and he's doing exactly that. Knight Rider doing exactly what we expect him and love what he does, making sure Godlike on top. Now 4-0 for the side of Godlike Esports. Last round was Infantry's eco round, so we'll see if they can make it work in this round and stop the win streak for the side of Godlike. Flux with the op takes a shot down Garage and barely misses. Really close shot, but he does not find the tag. Now Flux repositioning down at C long. Godlike playing really well, making a lot of noise in mid, forcing out abilities and then looking for the commit. Now the running back will come out for VS Infantry in Kratos. Does not get much information just yet. Will spot out one, will get flash. Will not find Whitehorse, just get a few tags and run it back to his clone now. Still 5v5, Godlike, they're starting to group around B. I think it's going to be an A execute once again.
It's probably one of those tried and true sides, because when you play for the rotations, it's either go to C or you either go to A. You normally always try to stay away from this B side as much as possible because of how difficult it is to enter onto it. But I would like to see a play coming out from this B side. But again, we're going to be seeing Godlike going for that fast A take. And it's going to be poor old Cypher just sitting on the B side.
Left.
He's probably going to get run down by all of the members. But just as I said, Pigmento is able to take Knight Rider. This is very much possible. Pigment takes out another one. Scargod answers back finally. But Shivi is able to get those refrags on his side, being able to take down 2. This goes into a 3v3 scenario. Flux, so has the double updraft in hand, doesn't opt to use it, but again, it's gonna be Whitehorse going on the huge flag on the back end. Chippy has his back onto Kratos as well, and it's just gonna be Sig sitting up on his heaven side, trying to delay the plant, but the plant is gonna be going down from the side of Godlike Esports, and it's just gonna be a poor old Omen chilling out and seeing what he can do. Shivi not even giving up angle, and everyone has their crossfire set up. One wrong misstep and Sink is already going to be dying, so either go for a save, but with these recent changes, going for a save is not going to be that useful.
Going for a save, definitely not as worthwhile. You get much lesser credits, just 1,000 if you save after the bomb is planted. So he goes for the kills, he finds one, but it will be SMX on that Sova able to take him down, make it 5-0 for Godlike. And with the op coming through for Infantry in the last round, that was an expensive round to lose, and this is exactly where it goes wrong for me. One time Whitehorse on the lurk and then through the B flank finding a couple kills and denying that, understandable. Twice the same thing happening, that's really disappointing to see. VS Infantry, if they're going to hold on in A link, they need to make sure that one person is covering their flank. We need to make sure Whitehorse, that lurking player, not able to punish them so aggressively every single time. We'll see if they are able to learn from these experiences. Now Whitehorse, his position has been changed. He's going to be looking down at A, and I think this might be the first signs of a potential C push coming out for Godlike. All 4 members now going towards C. Scargos setting up that C long push with the help of the smoke. Now the smoke will go down, and the return smoke will come out from the side of Sink. 5-0 for Godlike. Whitehorse lurking down at A, and it's a 4-member C take.
It's a 4-member C take. Finally something different at the very least, so we can learn how Godlike is going to be approaching down on this C side. It's going to be only one person on the back end. Knight Rider spots out one, doesn't know that we got the other one, but able to flick through, being able to take out Thing. But Damien answers back onto Knight Rider, and this is going to be a 4 versus 3 post-plant scenario for their side. VS Infantry, they do have the man advantage, but the Rolling Thunder is right in the hands of Shivy. He uses it out, catches out one. It's going to be Whitehorse again on the lurk, but Shivy, he's taking the initiative. He's able to fight front onto Damien, eating up the playfield. But Whitehorse, he's already there and kicking, able to find out from the back end. It's gonna be Flux taking the pick onto Shivy. He's gonna be able to find, and then this is gonna be SMX. He's tried and true Sova, but the shots do not connect, and VS Flux is able to find it out as VS Infantry take one round off the board, finally making it a score of 1-5.
A really nice retake coming in from the side of VS Infantry, but to enable that retake, it was the side of Sync and Figment, really. Sync and Damien holding it down for VS Infantry. The Omen and the Sova coming up huge, getting multiple picks to allow that advantage for the side of Infantry. Flux and the Cypher in Figment ended up clutching through it in the end, giving Godlike their first loss in this matchup. Now 5-1, this round especially important for Infantry because they went for this for buys in this round, a couple of them even on the light shields, so the economy would really start hurting if they had lost that. VS Infantry looking really good, is starting to pull back the rounds. If they can get to like 4 or 5 rounds on defense, that would set them up really well on attack. We'll have to see if they can do that. Now, for the side of Godlike, they're going to revise the strategies once again. Go back to the true, tested, the safe, and the very well-known strategy. There's Whitehorse lurking down at C and Garage, with the rest of the team looking towards A and B. Now, Scargod, with the spike, will start making his way down A long. He will be joined by Shivy. Whitehorse, though, he's going to stay on the lurk, and SMX going to back him up.
Gonna be backing him up, but this is such a slow take once more. They're gonna be gravitating towards this A side. They feel that connection. They know that they're gonna be there, but Flux, he looks away the very last second. He doesn't know SMX is sitting up there, but he knows that Whitehorse is gonna be lurking and finally able to go for the punish for those plays that he was making. But Knight Rider, he has side control once again, and the plant is going to be going down really shortly as Scargod is going to be going in for the plant. And this is such a well-played round coming out from Scargod to go in for a not so well-known sided plant, and he's going to be able to find it. But Knight Rider is sitting inside of the smoke corner. Be able to find one, spots out Flux, being able to take him down. Knows that 2 more members are sitting up on the back end. Re-smokes it, knows that 1 tripper's in the side. He finds the 1 headshot. He's trying to go for another one on the back corner. It's gonna be Shibby and SMX coming in from the side as well, being able to take down 1 each. And such a well-played round coming out from the side of Godlike. To go for a different plant spot was really smart from their side. Knew that the Sova has the ultimate, knew that the Sova was going in for those shock dart plays. They were able to get the plant down, and they played their positions properly. They went in for the trades, and of course, I have to give a lot to Knight Rider, because he came in massive. He had the information, he played it slow, he played it well, and waited for his teammates to go in for those refract scenarios. And that is what you need to do when you're playing the map of Haven.
I mean, you can see exactly why I kept mentioning the Jet Breach combo. It's so good, so effective in utilizing both of the agents' complete capabilities and abilities. That Jet Dash with the Breach Q, just perfect in the capability to set up Knight Rider as that solo duelist. Knight Rider able to pick up that triple, make it 6-1 for Godlike Esports. Now, SMX with that Hunter's Fury shows Infantry how it's done. Will take down Kratos. SMX so consistent with his shock darts, and Hunter's Fury always gets a kill, and that's gonna enable Godlike to just funnel in onto A using that noise. Now Figment, he found 1 kill onto SMX, but Whitehorse will be able to avenge him. Throws out the new F, and Sync will miss a bunch of shots, allowing Whitehorse to get that kill. Damien finds a return, but it's Damien versus 3.
It's Damien versus 3. That does it even to the best of players. 1 shot missed out, and it's gonna be old Knight Rider coming in from the window and saying, "Peekaboo, I see you," to Damien, and takes him out. Another round on the board for the side of Godlike Esports, making it 1-7, and this is gonna be really dark for their side, because on defense, Godlike is gonna be another different beast entirely.
Yeah, on defense, definitely Godlike, they're an extremely coordinated team who are able to punish mistakes coming in from anybody. But I think attack is where this composition really suits at its best, with the help of that breach jet combo, you're able to penetrate any site convincingly. And for VS Infantry, it's about trying to get as many sides, as many points on their defense as possible. Now they're trying to switch it up. You see Kratos and Sync moving down C long, going for the aggressive push. The hot hands will come out, but White Horse with that peak will find pop, headshot, and down goes Sync and Kratos. 5v2 Knight Rider, he's onto A, and that's gonna be A side plant for Godlike.
It's gonna be an A-side plan, but Damien, he answers back on the Scar God being able to take down one. But it's just gonna be Figment and Damien on the side, but White Horse with another headshot from his end is able to take down Damien, and of course the A-side has been completely taken over. Postman scenario for their side, and a well-played round coming out from the side of Godlike Esports. And White Horse just showing off his mechanical prowess to everyone, it seems.
Yeah, VS Infantry, they have the right ideas. They're trying to switch it up, but this is still the round of 128, right? So, time to time, we see a sort of skill mismatch coming in, especially when you consider that Godlike, there are number 2 team from Series 3. Now in Series 4, they've adopted this new organization, new look, and a new idea with that temperament to go all the way and try to become the winners. You can see exactly why they were such a good team now. Godlike, it will be Shivy on the operator. That's something we get to see a lot. But Shivy finds that kill onto Sync. And for now, Godlike just settling into the groove. Shivy's like, I set you guys up enough, now let me just go play the game a little bit.
Yeah, he's just gonna be playing the game. He's like, I'm just gonna go pop. I have the operator. That's all that I'm gonna be needing. Scar God takes down one. Scar God takes down another one. Normal plays coming out from the side of Godlike. This is, of course, an eco round for the side of Godlike on the side of VS Infantry. Okay, those two classic shots were really nice coming out from the side of Flux to take out SMX, and that is really well played from their side. 1-9 is the scoreline, and slowly as we're going to be closing this out, it just feels so one-sided. Looking at the scoreboard, we see Knight Rider on 15-5 and everyone else trailing behind him on 9 kills each. And from the side of VS Infantry, we don't see a lot of the impacts coming out from the other players compared to Flux.
This is exactly why Godlike, they're so comfortable with the idea of running that solo duelist, really running a meta powerful composition using the Breach's power as well as the Sova. They're able to get maximum power from their agents as a total. Every single agent seen for Godlike, with the possible exception of Cypher, really S tier, and Cypher and Haven generally considered very necessary. So Godlike just running the premium composition combined with their premium aim. They're on point. They have that 8-round lead, and it's gonna be Scar God finding first blood, giving them the lead in this 11th round. 9-1 for Godlike. The off has come through for the side of VS Infantry on Flux. We'll see if they can get something done. A running back will be used by Kratos, trying to clear out B after the Rolling Thunder came through for Shivy. Figment finds one, Scar God gets the return, but Sync with another. It's 3v3, Infantry with the advantage.
The advantage is looking to bring it back, but immediately we're going to be seeing Figment being able to take down one onto Knight Rider from his side. Scar God does get spotted out by the camera, knows that he's in the back corner, and he's in such a bad scenario. Cypher, using the neural theft, knows exactly where they are. Shivy, he's going to be in such a bad scenario. He only has the operator in hand, using the concuss, being able to find two. He spots out one, but the kill does not come through. And Flux, he has the operator angle now on his side, but with a good flash from his angle, he's able to find out one. Scar God answers back with a well-placed headshot, but he only has 21 HP to work with, and here comes Sync with the headshot, being able to take him out. 2-9 on the scoreboard. If they're able to take this round away, the last round of this half, they do have a chance to come back on this attacking half, because we don't know, of course, we don't know how VS Infantry is going to be attacking coming forward into this map, but we all know that how good Godlike is when it comes to this defensive halves, and they're a much more defense favored team as well.
Yeah, unfortunate for Scar God there, and for everybody thinking that he possibly went for the skin, he did not. He only had about 10 bullets left. Goes for the full clip Phantom, making sure that he is able to try and get a good chance against his opponent, but then that noise gives him away. VS Infantry able to find that final kill, take down Godlike for the second round. VS Infantry, if they can pick up one more round, it will give them a huge chance to try and push this back in their own attacking half when they have the chance to exploit the multiple sites of Haven and make their own proactive plays. Now, 9-2, Knight Rider pushes in aggressively. He'll find Figment once again. Knight Rider, He's like the smoke criminal. He knows how to sneak in through those smokes and cages, able to constantly just surprise the other team. But the side of Godlike, it was not a lurking and pushing strategy coming out. It's just going to be Knight Rider with that first blood, enabling his team to push on to C. It's going to be a C execute for Godlike.
See execute, and they're going in fast. The neural set has been used as well from their side. Whitehorse, he spots out one. He tries to go for another one, but Shibi here comes in from the side and is able to take out Kratos from his angle. It's gonna be Flux with the operator, but does get paranoid out from his angle. And immediately it's gonna be Scargod going in for the Jiggle Peaks. He's gonna be able to find it. Flux takes the shot, misses out, and another round on the board for the side of Godlike Esports. 10-2 on the scoreline, moving into the next half, and it just seems so dark for the side of VS Infantry as of right now.
Yeah, 10-2 is an extremely difficult scoreline to come back from because it makes, like, it doesn't give you any room whatsoever to try to find your comfort in the attacking side. You have to be on the go button from the pistol round to try and pull off some sort of comeback to try to reduce that scoreline gap. So far, Godlike Esports, they've been just as good as we expect them to be, and we'll see if they can pull off this win with the first few rounds on the defense side. Godlike, we know them to be extremely coordinated, but also extremely aggressive. They like taking their dry peaks, they like going for the battles and using that breach to complete effectiveness. Now, for the side of VS Infantry, they're going to be going for a C garage push. The Cypher just lurking down, looking for any flanks coming in for his team. All 5 members now grouped around C garage. Is exactly where Scargod and Shivi are. This could be disastrous.
This could be disastrous for the side of VS Infantry. Scargod spots out one. They know that he's in the back corner, but with all the flashes coming out from the side of Shibi, he wants to go in, but Shibi does get caught out by one of the shock darts, but Whitehorse is able to answer back onto Kratos, being able to take out one. Whitehorse with another one from the back end, and it's just a bloodbath happening on the back end of Garage. It's just gonna be Figment on the side, chilling out on the C side, but does get taken out by SMX, and Godlike showing a Godlike performance coming up from their side, and their team play and coordination, everyone using their flashes properly, getting the information, going in for the peaks together. This is how Valorant is meant to be played, ladies and gentlemen.
Just glad that there was no car in that garage, because that car would have been painted bright red with the blood of VS Infantry coming out in that round. Godlike just it ended up being as disastrous as we expected, with Godlike all converging on them from multiple angles. You could see Whitehorse on that flank once again, starting it off for his team. It Godlike, they pick up the pick up the pistol round, and going into the next round, 11-2. Now, buy for both teams. You saw VS Infinity, they forced the buy, but his Knight Rider going for the dry peaks I was talking about, finds the first 2 kills for the side of Godlike. Now, Kratos will flash in, will go for the kill, but Scargod with perfect crosshair placement, able to find him instead. Now, Flux and Figment find one each, make it 3v2. Infantry fighting back.
They're fighting back, and they do have the chance, but just as I say it though, Knight Rider comes in from the back end, is able to take out Figment from the side. It's just gonna be Flux. He switches out towards the Sheriff to try and go for those one-tap kills, because that is the only chance he would have had, but does get taken out. And a well-played round coming out from the side of Godlike. And this defense that they played it a lot more hyper-aggressively. They made contact, and they were able to find it. Nice try from the side of VS Infantry, but this is going to be match point for the side of Godlike. One more round away to win, and a really tall order of 10 rounds to go into overtime.
Match point for Godlike in this round of 128 matchup between Godlike and VS Infantry. Godlike looking to progress through the round of 64, and Scargod, I have to say, in that round, that kill onto Kratos, exceptionally phenomenal, with his ability to just predict where Kratos was going to land after that flash, find that kill. Now Godlike, they're looking to play a bit more back, but Knight Rider says no, goes for that Sewer Speak once again, finds 2 kills once again. It's Knight Rider versus the world, and Knight Rider really popping off right now. On the side of Godlike, the rest of their teammates just waiting, but you can see Scargod and SMX, they're starting to circle, the shock smell blood, and they're coming for it. Scargod will find one now, Figment will find the return. 4v1 scenario, the spike carrier is dropped. SMX finds the final kill. That'll be 13-2 for Godlike Esports. They'll be going on to the round of 64.
Not really that much of a surprise, but extremely well played from the side of VS Infinity. They tried their hardest. And when it comes to advice, we'll talk about that more as we're going to be moving forward. But as of right now, well deserved for towards for the side of Godlike Esports. They played it really well. They played their cards right. And of course, it seems as though they ironed out a lot more of the issues they had when it came to team coordination, seemingly in this match. So I'm really looking forward to see what they're going to be bringing to the table when we're going to be moving forward. And when they get matched up with the big dogs, that's what I really want to see.
Yeah, it's definitely what all of us want to see. But in this matchup, 20, 22 kills coming through for Knight Rider, 400 plus ACS. It was exceptionally phenomenal. But the stat that I really had my eye on was the 5 first bloods, because for me, a first blood in a Breach Jet composition is so meaningful, because if you're able to get that first blood with that combination, it really gets your team rolling. Knight Rider showing his prowess with that 5 first bloods, really setting it off for his team. But we'll see more of that in the Relive the Moment, brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 Notebook, powered by Ryzen 4000 series processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. Now, Aggressive, back to what we were talking about, like, for the side of ES Infantry, what are your thoughts? Because I think they had the right ideas, it's just the execution and the communication really fell through in a couple of rounds.
What I would say that they didn't have was one guy went for a peek, and the other guy was nowhere to be found. It literally felt as though they were all playing solo. They were not playing as a team. They didn't really watch their backs. In comparison towards the side of Godlike, we always see, okay, there's only one person playing solo in the entirety of Godlike, and that's Whitehorse. And we all know that Whitehorse loves to play in those kind of scenarios. He loves to lurk. He loves to go in for those sneaky plays. And he's able to make it work because he has the trigger discipline. He has the confidence on his side. But for the side of VS Infantry, I think that initially they had a lot of confidence. We have seen them pull off some amazing plays. But at the very end of it all, it felt as though like they were just crumbling under the pressure. They were not really able to coordinate as a team, and they felt as though, okay, we need to individually make plays to make this work. But this is a team game after all, and you need to like trust on your teammates, go for those peaks, watch your angles. Like for example, just set up a crossfire. Yeah, Knight Rider is an amazing player. He's gonna headshot you no matter what happens. But still, he's not gonna be able to kill you and then kill your teammate instantly. That is not humanly possible. So play for those angles, play for those retakes, play for the trades. That is the only thing that I would have to say. They do have the strategies in mind, but the coordination and the team play need to be worked on. And hopefully in Series 5 they're gonna be coming back stronger.
I think VS Infantry definitely a team that showed us potential in their plays. Like they had the right composition, the right ideas, even a bit of mechanical potential that could be improved. But mostly it was exactly as you said, it was the execution and really the communication coming through between players about setting up their angles with each other that fell through. But this is a team called Godlike Esports. This is our runners-up from Series 3. They're known to be exceptionally strong, so it's definitely not bad to go down to such a high-profile team. Godlike, they will be going forward to the round of 64, making their way once again back to the grand finals. We'll have to see if they can continue in their form. Now we're going to be going to go set up for game 2, and we'll see you there with the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 4.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Take my hand, and we don't need to do the things we don't want to do. Baby, while we're young,
Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Shiffy, he's got to do something about it. The spike is ticking, but wrap up with the triple kill to end it off. Your champions are Team Tamilas.
Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Shiffy, he's got to do something about it. The spike is ticking, but wrap up with the triple kill to end it off. Your champions are Team Tamilas. Hey guys, and welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 4, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD. We have ACT as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. My name is Apollonia. I'll be your host and caster this time. You already know you saw aggressive in the first game, and we're ready for the second game for today. A total of 3 is what we'll be streaming, and it will be Noble Esports versus khopdi coming up. So this is a match to definitely watch. And you know, it's pretty cool aggressive because Noble Esports, the last time we saw them, it was in the TEC Challengers Series 2. They took a break during Series 3, and now they are back to make their mark on Series 4. And as well, you know, they have a new addition to the team, and that is Sami, who was previously from Exili Esports. And the last time we saw him was in Series 2 as well. So that is pretty cool. It seems like, you know, we are going to have a close watch on Noble to see if Sami really is, you know, actually mixing well with Noble Esports. And as for khopdi, I've never seen them before, but you know, the stage is set. What are your thoughts on this matchup here, and what do you think we can expect? Aggressive.
Or KT, let's just call them that at the bare minimum as of right now, because that is a mouthful. So KT versus Noble. Moving forward, this is gonna be a very dangerous and very nerve-wracking matchup coming up for KT, because looking at KT, they don't really have names that we know a lot, or we have never even heard of them. And on the side of Noble, they have SSM. Do I need to say anything? They have Hika, they have Roxy, they have PSY, they have Harsh, and Sami now? Going out with the over. Wait, what? Oppo?
And is there something that you have noticed which, you know, I haven't quite caught on?
Sami is playing Omen.
Well, you know, Sami on the Omen, I totally understand that because Noble Esports as a
And
unit.
already-
Oh, Sami picking up that first blood there on Mr. Cruz. But Noble Esports, you know, they were pretty solid, but they have subbed out Tito for Sami, and Sami is filling in that spot. And if you know this player, he just frags out of his mind. So putting him on any agent, I'm pretty sure he could work with it. And I think Sami is the youngest in the team. So, you know, he's fresh talent, making it work. That's going to be Rexy taking out Gorbits. And Harsh is going to wrap that up. First round over to Noble Esports. A very dominant performance there, just taking heads. And KT, they didn't expect that at all.
This is really surprising to me because I have, like, knowing Sami, he's one of those players that he doesn't play anything else other than Jet. And seeing on something else other than Jet really did scare me initially coming into this matchup. But it is, of course, an Omen. He can play hyper aggressive, he can play defensive. Omen has a lot of playstyle on his favor. And that should unlock his real potential because now he can set himself up as well as he can set his teammates up. Instead of relying on his teammates now, he can also play the role himself. But just as we say, the Reyna is able to get one frag, but he got answers back onto the Reyna, able to trade him out 1-for-1 trades for both sides. It's going to be a 4 versus 4 situation for their end, but it's going to be Hika already pushing up through that the back angle, and they're wanting to close it out real quickly. The flash comes through from the side of Sami, being able to blind out 3. And with the well-placed shots coming out from the Spectre, he's able to take them out. And another round on the board for the side of Noble Esports. And the rounds are just going forward so quickly, we cannot really even talk about anything moving forward into this matchup.
Well, it's Noble Esports. They did place third in the Challenger Series 2. So, you know, having that kind of power, and now with the newest edition, I feel that they are going to be a force to be reckoned with. Sami on the Omen, I totally get that. And like you explained, most aggressive players, when they are put on that controller position, they will take Omen. He has a very aggressive ultimate. He has the paranoia. You know, you got that one shot to make it count. And we just saw Sami do it the last time around. But this is going to be the full buys from both sides. Gorbits picking up a double kill, trying to put his team back on the radar. Legendary Spider, he's going to take out Harsh. And Noble Esports, they might be shaking just a little bit because KT, they are trying to take them down. Sai is dropped to just 6 health. And to my, you know, if I'm recollecting this correct, Sai, he was a Killjoy main, but now he is on that Jet. He is going to be the duelist for Noble Esports, so a lot of pressure is going to be on him, especially that, you know, Sami wasn't given this Jet. All eyes are on Sai. It is up to him to make this work, and he's very popular in the community as a content creator, but that's going to be Gorbits and Krishang picking up the last 2 kills. First round for KT. Not too bad, I must say, going up against such a strong team.
They were able to take it off. Of course, we were talking about this a lot in the very initial stages because they were able to punish the aggressive plays coming out from the side of Noble. Noble thinking that, okay, this is probably a new team, we can just run them over. And they just went for the initiative. They tried to go in for the plays themselves, and that really did hurt them because we saw from the side of KT, they were able to adapt really quickly and able to punish the aggression with their own plays. And that is what you need to see coming out from teams of these caliber. They're going to be playing it a lot slower now. This time around, it's going to be PSY trying to hold out just a little while longer. Does spot him out on the mid angle with the Reyna tagging away, trying to find out one. Sami does get tagged up a little bit on the short angle, needs to back away, but it's gonna be the Reyna trying to go for the spray onto the Jet, not gonna be able to find it. And with everyone from the side of Noble holding the crossfire angles, Legendary Spider stuck in the corner, has been paranoid out, 5 HP and a dream for his side. If he gets this one kill, it's all gonna be enough, but PSY with the more health is able to take him out on the back end right there. But this is gonna be a 4 versus 3 scenario for their side, and the Cypher just holding out on this market angle, trying to see if he can find something, but everyone's playing it slow, not playing it hyper aggressive at all. And from the side of Noble, they do not have a lot of HP to work with on their side on 2 of their members, so they need to play it slower.
Now Hika, he's got that showstopper in hand, and we have seen some amazing flashy plays come out from him, that Raze main. But it's going to be Sami hiding in a dark cover, and he's out in the open. Going to pick up 1 kill, but Mr. Cruz is quick for that return. Guns the daddy here, putting in the curveball, but Hika's quick to stop him. Mr. Cruz swapping up that gun. He's got the Vandal in hand, last man standing. And Noble Esports probably didn't like the fact that they lost that previous round, but Mr. Cruz finds his clone. It's a 1v2 situation. Sai doesn't have much help to work with. He does spot out one, but Hika picks him up, and that is going to be the third round for Noble Esports. Realizing that they have to play their rounds very slow and calculated. They did lose the previous one because they were just a tad bit too aggressive. But now, you know, watching this, having 2 members left alive, I think KT is actually packing in a little bit of a punch. And I love to see it here in the round of 128.
KT does have that punch to them. They know exactly what they're doing, but at the very end of it all, Noble just was able to decipher them. They played it different, they played it slow, and they played it smart, and they were able to take it one up on KD. It's gonna be PSY though, coming up forward with the paranoia in hand, and it's gonna be Hiko answering back with a headshot onto the Reyna, being able to take him down, spots out the Phoenix, but it's gonna be PSY coming in from the back angle, being able to take out one, but Gunther Daddy, he finds one onto Sami, but PSY on the back end is able to find 2 headshots, being able to take down 2 away from the side of KT, and Harsh coming in on this Cypher, being able to take out his clone onto this B side. 4-1 is the scoreline moving forward, and that was such a fast round coming out from the side of Noble.
This should do.
Indeed. The map Ascent, we always feel that it is very defense favored, but you know, through time and watching all these matches in the course of the Challengers series, we have noticed that, hey, some teams, they do excel better on attack. And if KT does excel better on defense instead, they might just want to, you know, break up a couple of rounds, see if they can look for a comeback in this second half. But Noble Esports, they seem to be in their element, but Gunther picks up a headshot onto Sai. No more duelist for Noble Esports. Harsh just gonna back away. Sami going for the gun battle, just pulling it back, taking it down a notch. Gonna put out a dark cover just to lessen the pressure off of the A site. But KT, if you got your eyes on the minimap, you can see that they are looking to make an entrance through A short. They are definitely changing up their strategy. KT, they are in this to make something out of nothing. Trishang taking down Hika. Rexy is going to spot out one on A-Long, but Noble Esports, they are falling. Rexy picks up a kill on Orbits. He's trying to pick up the pieces. Sammy and Harsh both finding a kill. Legendary Spider takes out Sammy, and Mr. Cruz finds Harsh. It's down to a 1v1 between Rexy and Mr. Cruz. Once again, he is the last man standing, but he's got to clutch this one out for the boys. They are 3 rounds down compared to Noble Esports. Mr. Cruz on site. He's going to get that spike planted, and Rexy's just going to wait for that audio cue. He has got it. He's going to make his way down, but Mr. Cruz, the element of surprise is key into winning this 1v1 clutch. And he's just going to check all angles. But Mr. Cruz, you've got to be definitive. You have to know what you want to do. Rexy might just pull out a dart. And that is a recon bolt, I believe. A Mr. Cruz here. He's spraying 33 HP. And that is a thrifty round for KT. As Mr. Cruz with an amazing 1v1 clutch.
That was so close. That could have gone so wrong in so many ways.
Oh,
if Mr. Cruz just missed that headshot by a bare centimeter, that was all over. And I have to give it to the side of Rexy. He was able to jiggle peek that corner rod, but they didn't really expect Cruz to actually push him in that scenario, because that Cypher is a bad lad. He pushed him when he had no armor. He got tagged down to 22 HP and he had like no fear. And those kind of unexpected plays work wonders against players of Rexy's caliber, because Team Noble, they are a team that are very well disciplined. They have the confidence on their side to go in for a lot of these peaks and to play in such a manner. They were able to come out on top. But just as I say, though, PSY comes in from the back angle from B main, able to take down one onto the Cypher. So all of the trap wires, all of the flank watching material has been taken out. There's going to be slowly moving forward. The Hunter's Fury has been used from the side of Rexy, being able to find it out. And it's going to be Sami coming in from the short angle, being able to take down another one. And Harsh answers back on the Legendary Spider, being able to take him down. And it's just going to be a lonely little Phoenix sipping out his mind. Needs to go in for the big boy plays. Does get spotted out by the Recon Bolt. And Rexy, with a well-placed headshot, is able to take him down. And 5-2 is the scoreline now, ladies and gentlemen, for the side of Noble Esports.
KT did get a good couple of rounds, but Noble Esports just overall a lot more consistent, and we can see it here. 5 rounds strong. That is what they are. Definitely doing so good on the side of defense. And Rexy there, you do not hunt the Hunter. Picking up that kill with his ultimate. You got to say that is worth. And then his teammates finding all these pickoffs. Noble Esports, they do have a very aggressive playstyle. to themselves, but you know, being aggressive is taking a risk. And if it doesn't work out, you lose your life and you put your team in a very bad place when you're on the defensive side. But this is going to be Sai here in B main, looking for a kill. He just wants to take a step forward. He might just come into contact there, and there it is. He takes down Krishang, and Gorbit's here with the Sheriff, Mr. Cruz, the man of KT. But down here on A long, just Sova and Phoenix lurking. Sai gonna pick up a kill on Mr. Cruz. KT, they are caught in a little bit of a pickle as Harsh finds the pickoff onto Legendary Spider. And Gorbitz, he's just waiting. He sees the nade, but Hika takes him out. And Gunther Daddy once again, last man standing in A-Long. And he's gonna get sandwiched now. Noble Esports, they are not gonna let him go. But he does pick up one kill before he falls. 6 rounds for Noble Esports.
6 rounds for their side, and a well-played round indeed from the side of Noble Esports. That was an eco round though for the side of KT, so another gun round going into their favor. And at the very end of it all, I think that KT, they're having a crisis of understanding what they're going to be doing as a team. They don't really know where they want to go, where they want to go for a peak, or where the Phoenix is going to enter. When you see a Phoenix being the last member alive, you know that the team is not really being decisive of where they want to go. The Phoenix is not entry fragging. And that is where it hurts the most, I would say. And from the side of Noble, they're just taking the fight straight to KT. And it's going to be the Reyna. Gorbit just chilling out on the B main angle, trying to wait out and see what he can find. No one going in for the peak, but Hika goes in for the boom bot play and does get caught out. Good patience coming out from Gorbit to go in for those plays. Sami needs to back off. There is an operator sitting out on the main angle. He's going to be sitting on the connector, but he's going to be able to find it. The smoke is going to dissipate really soon. He's probably going to be able to find it, but a leg shot coming out from the side of PSY onto one. Tries to go in for another one, but not going to be able to find it. Smokes out the mid connector to try and survive for just a little while longer, and everyone is going to be going onto the side of short. Sami finds on one onto Legendary Spider, and Hirsch answers back onto his own clone as well. Spots out another one from the side, and Gunther Daddy being able to find out one, but Harsh able to get that refrag really quickly from his side as well. And there's already 2 members chilling out on that short angle, but there is an operator still in hand of that Omen. This is going to be really dangerous for their side. 3v2 is the scenario moving forward. And they're probably
30
entering the B
seconds
side.
left.
Now, Noble Esports, we get to see Harsh on the Cypher, and he
Oh,
has
no.
spot out one. That's going to be a triple. He might just find the 4K if Harsh is going to chase down Gorbitz. And Gorbitz did take out one, but Sai there with the op takes out Gorbitz, and that is the 7th round secured for Noble Esports. But, you know, Noble in Series 2, the last time we saw them, for those of you who don't know, I do recall that Sai was the Killjoy main. They did have a previous member that was Tito, and he was on the Omen. And Harsh kind of bounced between, you know, other agents and the Omen as well. But now seeing him on the Cypher, I think that is a treat, because I really like the way that in this round he utilized that Neurotheft and this Cyber Cage here just to, you know, make sure that he's covered and that he can take his enemies off guard. So I'm really liking this mix-up. Sammy's not doing too bad himself as well. Gonna pop that ultimate. But KT finding themselves with a man advantage. Noble Esports, 2 men down. Rexy here in market lurking right around the corner. He's going to meet his clone. Legendary Spider drops the drone. Sammy's going to pick up Krishang. It's down to an even playing field. Rexy sprays, but Legendary Spider's going to come out on top with the Bulldog. Connected that headshot. 2v3 situation. Gorbitz, he might just take this kill, and he does onto Sammy. 1-for-1 trade, but it's all down to Harsh, and Gorbitz ends it off with a triple kill. And I have to say that KT, they got some pretty good firepower, but some areas a little bit lacking, but you know, they've got that fire in them.
They have that fire, and we see moments of brilliance coming out of them, but it's all about consistency. How consistent can you be against Noble? Because in a lot of the scenarios, we're going to be seeing Noble overextending, sometimes playing a bit too hyper-aggressively. They go in a bit too fast. They go in a bit too slow. They don't really check their angles. In a lot of these scenarios, we have seen that. But KT, they're trying to be consistent, and they're showing their potential going up against a team of Noble's caliber. But as time passes, we're going to be seeing more and more, and it's going to be Rexy going in for the peak with PSY on his side. But an amazing Hunter's Fury coming out from the side of Legendary Spider, being able to take out 2 immediately. And ladies and gentlemen, this is very much possible for the side of KT. 3 versus 3 is the scenario. Aldron is going to be used to spot out one more member. Probably going to be spotting out Sami sitting out on this back end corner. Let's get spotted out.
And Legendary Spider here, he's just gonna creep his way across the mid court here. He's gotta be careful, but Harsh is gonna catch him completely off guard. Where was the backup? KT. They had a chance to make this work. There's only a couple of rounds left until the side swap, but KT well to rake up these rounds. Sami though, gonna pick up orbits, and Sami with the double kill whips out that pistol. Good kill secure. And that is the 8th round with Noble Esports. A lot of dominance. Round of 128, and who would have thought that it's, you know, pretty spicy. Considering that KT, you know, they are giving Noble Esports quite a little bit of a fight. And a brilliant Hunter's Fury there. Double kill, Legendary Spider onto 2 members of Noble Esports. And now we will move into the last round before the swap. And, you know, if KT could pick up this round, they will hit magic number 4. And, you know, that will allow for a little bit of a comeback there on the side of defense. But, hey, Noble Esports, they're going to put their foot down. And that's Sai picking up the first kill onto Krishang. And he's on that op. I totally understand why Sai is on the jet now. He is very comfortable with the op, and Rexy, Harsh, they're gonna find all these kills, and Sai whips out that frenzy, picks up the last one. And the first half is over with Noble Esports leading with 9 rounds and KT with only 3.
KT does have 3 rounds on the board, but at the same time, I have to give a lot towards the side of KT. We are hyping up Noble a lot because we all know Noble, we all know what they can do, and with the new addition of Sami, like, it is really exciting for all of us to see them back in the TEC Challenger Series, and now coming into Series 4. It's one of those things that we want to see. But of course, from the side of KT, we need to give them credit as well. They are a new team. They're trying to make a name for themselves. And they really are making a name. Going up against a team like Nobles, getting those 3 rounds, giving them a run for their money, being able to go for those trades. We are seeing a lot of potential coming out from them. But with such consistency coming out from the side of Noble, and they're just going to be rushing down onto this B side, ladies and gentlemen. But it's going to be Gorbit coming out with the 2 kills for his name, trying to stop out the push for as much as he can. Legendary Spider is able to answer back on the PSY. It's going to be Rexy sitting up on the back angle, but Sami with a well-placed headshot, he's able to take that one, and he's the only member remaining, tapping away, trying to find one on the Gorbit. He's going to be able to find it, but 70 HP against 2 members from the side of KT. They're angry members, and the spike is not on his side to work with. One hyper-aggressive play is going to hurt him a lot, and it's going to be Sami with a well-placed headshot.
Sami!
Another one! And this is the Sami that we know and love, ladies and gentlemen. A headshotting machine, able to clean up the entirety of KT. 4 kills to this man moving forward. And this is how you do it. 10 rounds on the board for the side of Noble Esports moving forward.
Man, Sami there with a huge clutch. It was somewhat of a 1v3 scenario, and it came down to 1v2. He finds the headshot onto Legendary Spider and onto Mr. Cruz. Very nicely done by Sami. And that is double digits for Noble Esports. But KT, you know, even the few rounds that they managed to take, it was impressive. They did fight hard. And Noble Esports here, just, you gotta have the whole package. And I think, you know, Noble Esports, they have the upper hand here in that aspect. But Hika and Harsh, gonna pick out 2 more members. Krishang finding a kill, Gunther Daddy on that stinger. He's gonna put Harsh to sleep. Sami takes out 1 more, and Gunther Daddy, last man standing for KT. But it was a really good previous round, you know. Sami clutching that out has just allowed Noble Esports to just have so much better economy. A good start in the second half. Now Gunther Daddy dropped the hot hands, has the stinger, picks up a kill, but he does not expect. What? Sai ran out of bullets, and Gunther Daddy picked up that triple kill. It's out to a 1v1. And if anything, KT, they are putting on a show. They may not have the rounds, but they are putting on a show. Gunther Daddy, he's spraying away, but Rexy will come out on top. And 11th round secured for Noble Esports. But that was impressive, and we're going to remember him Most definitely. Very interesting name as well. This Phoenix popping right off. Right here, turning around, picking up that triple kill. Brilliant.
I just feel so goddamn bad for PS5. It's like, oh, this is such an easy win. Suddenly, oh no. Oh no! But Rexy, good old Rexy, always coming in massive for his side. He's able to clutch it out for there, and it's gonna be 11-3 on the scoreboard though. And this is just gonna be one of those rounds. It's gonna be so dangerous for their side to even make one small misplay, but already PSY, he's gonna be running in from his side, has market control at his end, but Corbin answers back onto Harsh being able to take down one, but PSI and Hika answer back immediately, and PSY with the well-placed headshot being able to take down two, and from the side of Hika taking out one. It's just gonna be Mr. Cross again from the sidelines, creeping up from the garden angle, seeing if he can get that one kill to his name, but it's gonna be PSY with the spray coming out from the Vandal, being able to send him down to the depths of the abyss with the Reaper Vandal in hand, and it's gonna be match point for the side of Noble Esports moving forward.
Noble Esports making a great return, and I bet fans have missed them throughout the course of Series 3. But hey, Series 4 is here, and I'm gonna be happier to see that they have come back, you know, side there with 18 kills. Seems like that duelist role is definitely working out for him, considering, you know, he is very comfortable on that operator. Just a long time player, very always with the sniper rifle basically in the FPS dependency. But this is gonna be Sai with the Blade Storm. He's gonna dash up and above, across and over the enemies. And you see a pickup there. Mr. Cruz gonna take out Sai. No more flying about the map for him. And Pika taking out Legendary Spider, 4v3. Noble Esports looking to close this out, but KT, will they buy a little bit more time to show us what they've got, to show us if they have that fight? And Gorbis picks up Harsh. He has come up massive for his team, but Hika there, trying to get it with a triple. Hika is a very flashy player, but even though he goes down, he gets a 4K, 1v2 situation, and Sammy wraps that up. Newest addition, just to show that he is going to help Noble Esports make it over to the round of 64.
Does show a lot, and this is the showing that we need to see coming in from the big dogs from Series 2, making a resurgence in Series 4. And that break was well worth it because they are looking strong and they are looking potent. And KT, I have to give you guys that much, that you are a pretty well-disciplined team, but when it comes to the team play and coordination, you just need to work on it a little bit more. But looking at the scoreboard moving forward, we're going to be looking at PSY going in with a 314 ACS for his side. And everyone from the side of Noble, they played it extremely well, I have to say, because the scoreboards are really even. Everyone has 2 digits, and it's only going to be Rexy going on the 9, but he is, of course, the Sova being the initiator.
Indeed. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about that match because, you know, KT, they were really interesting, and we're going to explain why by moving into Relive the Moment, brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 notebook powered by 4000 series Ryzen processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. Now, let's talk about KT first, right? In the round of 128, we usually see skill mismatches. It happens because there are these teams, they're coming into this tournament wanting a taste of what competitive gaming is. And KT here, the 3 rounds that they did manage to get for themselves, that was Mr. Cruz pulling off an insane clutch. Gorbits as well, you know, he was second on the board despite his team only being able to get 3 rounds. So Gorbits there, you can see that spark, you can see that fire. And you did mention, you know, Aggressive, that they had discipline, which was something that we don't see very often from teams that are relatively new. We could see a lot of strategy changes. Like one moment you see KT try to attack from B main, and then they might go for a rotate, they would go for A shot, and the next round they would go for mid. You know, they have an idea of what it takes to catch the opponent by surprise. So, you know, there was some rounds when Full Esports, it was just down to 1 or 2 players having to, you know, fight KT in a very close situation just to get that round. So KT, big ups to you guys. I hope to see you guys come back. And as for Noble Esports, all the shuffling with the agents and the players, I think it is working beautifully for them so far here in this match that we saw. What are your thoughts, Aggressive?
When it comes to Noble shuffling players, I'm still on edge because I saw Savi on something else other than Jet. And he specifically, when we did an interview on him, we said that I played nothing other than Jet and seeing him on something different and it working out so well as well.
Versatility.
Versatility just goes to show, like, Sami grew as a player a lot, and I want to see how much he has grown, because we haven't seen him in these large-scale tournaments in a really, really long time. And to see this new face, to see a new Sami, and seeing this new Noble Esports entirely, it's going to be bringing a lot down to the table. And we're going to be seeing PSY as well. As you said, he was a Killjoy main, turning out instead to be a jet player now for the side of Noble. That is also an interesting factor. And we have seen a lot of moments of brilliance coming out from him. That he is an absolute headshotting machine. And then when it comes to the operator, he is so consistent as well. And moving forward into the round of 64, I really am hoping to see what he's going to be bringing down to the table.
All right, congratulations once again to Noble Esports for making it over to the round of 64. And for all you viewers, I don't think this is going to be it's not going to be the last time anytime soon for Noble Esports. They are one to definitely get behind. Now for game number 3, which will be the last game for today, we will take a short break to prepare for that, but you can expect to see Team Tamilas, the champions of Series 3, going up against TuruLob. Yeah, all right. So it's a little bit tough. I'm just going to call them TO. But that is what will be coming up. So, before we go into the break, remember there is a massive sale on LG monitors. You can check the link in the description. Remember to like and subscribe. Click that bell icon so you get notifications whenever we are live, as we are streaming the entire course of this tournament. So don't go anywhere. Stick around. We'll be back in a jiffy.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do. Baby, while we're young,
Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Shivy, he's got to do something about it. The spike is ticking, but wrap up with the triple kill to end it off. Your champions are Team Tamilas.
Hey, and welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenges Series 4, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD. We have ACT as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. We're back with game number 3, you guys. And earlier we saw Godlike Esports and Noble Esports make it over to the round of 64. So this upcoming match, we have Team Tamilas versus TuruLob, which I believe translates to True Love. So we're just going to call them that, True Love, Team Tamilas versus True Love. And what's really cool is that Team Tamilas were champions of Series 3. So, you know, they are a massive team. They're filled with so much skill and experience. True Love, they've got a tough one coming. CA, what do you think we can expect here? Especially that, you know, Team Tamilas, they got a little bit interesting and creative with their roster.
Yeah, for Team Tamilas, it's all about like continuing the form that they had from being the champions. Like this team, they were the first team from the lower bracket to make it to the grand finals. Also, the first team from the lower bracket to win it all. Definitely a team to be inspired from. But about what you said, Apo, we've constantly seen this from Team Tamilas. They really like to bring in new players, try out different synergies, sort of just help the team communication evolve as a whole. And we'll see if they're able to do that this time because, as you said, it's going to be a player we haven't seen since Series 1 in Kuch coming in.
Oh yes, Kuch. So if we do recall correctly, right? The last time we saw Kuch, he was in Series 1 and he was playing for a Sri Lankan organization by the name of Zeg. And if you guys have been following the Challenger series, Hika from Noble Esports used to be part of Zeg, but now he's with Noble. And this time we're going to see Kuch making his way into the roster of Team Tamilas. Is he going to be there permanent? I don't know, but I'm happy to see him here in the round of 128. And there's going to be a lot on the line. You know, for Kuch especially, because, you know, Team Tamilas, they have such a reputation. They're known for really good team strategy, and Kuch, he has to keep up. We can move over into the game. It looks like the teams are ready. Team Tamilas versus True Love right here, round of 128. On the side of defense, we have Team Tamilas, and True Love will be attacking. And on the map Ascent, you know, it could go either way. We have seen teams completely excel when they are attacking. Or, you know, they're just comfortable in defense, sitting back, waiting for the enemies to come. It really depends on your composition. So, you know, looking at how everything is just laid out right in front of us, CA, what are your thoughts?
So, it's very recently with the patch changes, the idea of a map being defensive or attacking sided has really changed and become very extremely dependent on the compositions. I was hoping to see a breach come up for TT, but it's not going to be that. Instead, it's going to be the Phoenix and the Reyna with a very usual comp in general. Now, it's going to be TuruLob on attacking. They go in aggressively, but Jin holding it down from Mark. It finds 2. Kuch will find 1 for himself. Kuch back on the board from Series 1. He must be feeling good.
Oh yeah, 2 members left from True Love, off to a bit of a rough start, but they have made their way onto the A side. It's all about the post plant, and you gotta defend this, but Darkhue's gonna fall, and Demon picks up a triple. Jin chimes in, and that is going to be a triple for Jin as well. On that frenzy, good bit of defense. Jin was stationed there the entire time. He picked up 2 very early kills and being able to pick up the last one. Jin being he was a new addition in Series 3 to Team Tamilas. And, you know, it was Tag and Zoid that were the new additions in Series 2. So, like you mentioned, Team Tamilas, they're always changing things up. They're trying to keep up with the meta. They want to be sure that, you know, their players are going to be able to, you know, relate, communicate, put their plans into action. Because, you know, apart from having great aim and great mechanics, you got to work on the team synergy. And that is a lot more important than I think most people would think, you know? If there isn't sort of like a team aspect or like a brotherhood going on, you're not going to excel. You got to be on the same page. But you can see here, Jin, Kuch, Zoid, they're all in the team. Flex and Stoner there, who was nominated, and he did win an LG monitor for play of the tournament last series, CA.
Yeah, he made that sick play, able to get at. I still remember that. He with the classic clutching through that round. It's definitely deserving of that LG monitor. Now, into this round, it's going to be Team Tamilas with the buys and the side of TuruLob with the eco. Kuch, he decided to save, so I'm wondering if we perhaps get to see the new player Kuch on the operator, because that would be an immense amount of responsibility. Now, Stoner holding down A, as we've seen him do time and time again, going for the jiggle. So far, he's won the trade battle, and we'll see if he'll be able to push it through. Team Tamilas, they're playing it very slow, despite them being with the advantageous weapons, giving TuruLob the respect they definitely deserve and able to come out. Now, Flex on this Reyna, which we will talk about a bit more in a second. We'll get that first kill onto Akashi, take him down. Jin with one more, Jin with the second. Jin on fire, Apple. Now,
Man, that was a relatively quick round-ish. You know, Team Tamilas securing 2 rounds. True love. You know, to meet Team Tamilas in the round of 128, it is a tough... It's going to be a tough match for them, definitely. But hey, you know, stage is set, yada, yada, yada. The same old, that True Love, they can try to fight at least a few rounds. Or, you know, if they do surprise us, they could actually go head-to-head. But Jin there picking up a double, coming in very handy. And off to a great start. You see there, 5 kills for Jin on the Sova. He is that dedicated Sova player for Team Tamilas. And it seems like, you know, we have been pronouncing one of the players' names a little bit awkwardly. It is Kusif. If I am, you know, if I am saying that correct, but Kusif there, he's gonna find a headshot onto Zakrims. And 4 members standing. True Love, they should have their full buys. This is Darku here. The rifle in hand, he's just gonna wait. But Team Tamilas, if you know anything about them, they are disciplined. And, you know, we can see that they aren't gonna pull off mindless aggression as of yet. They're gonna stick to what they know and play on the safer side.
Now, TT, like, one thing to talk about, and very nice to know that we do get to know his actual pronunciation. He is Akashi pushing in now. Zoid will take him down. Stoner with another. This is the buy round for TuruLob. They're going down. Darku and Aladdin, though, find a kill each, make it 2v3. It's going to be Aladdin and Darku Gaming to try to pull off this clutch in a 2v3 situation. And with Darku really low, they can't really go for the save either because of the recent changes. They have to go for the plays. The saves will not be worth in terms of economy. Now, they pick up the spike and they're going to make their way towards B. Jin, he's holding it down in B by himself. He might just find a free double here if they don't peek without the because they don't have any flashes. Said Jin not looking, meaning Aladdin and Darku, they'll make their way in. Jin not able to land that shot, and with just 8 seconds that they have to go for the plan. Jin, he'll get that recon bolt information, try to spam through, will not find it. Instead, the spike plant will go down. 3v2 situation. You see now Jin with the help of his team moving in. Jin will find one. Darku gets the return, but Kusif will find that last, make it 3-0. And Apple, for me, like, this composition from Team Tamilas is really interesting because of the importance of Breach coming into Ascent. You almost want as many flashes if you're not running the Breach. The idea of running both the Phoenix and Reyna compensating for the lack of the Breach.
Indeed, you know, and they aren't running a Jet as well. And, you know, Flex there, he is a mean Jet main. But there isn't going to be one for Team Tamilas this time. You know, we also have seen in Series 3, in the earlier rounds, Team Tamilas, I think they were doing a little bit of experimenting. Their compositions are usually very colorful. They don't shy away from putting it, from trying out new strategy. And that's what I really like about Team Tamilas. You know, a team that is not afraid. They're willing to take risks, but hey, you know, it's kind of like a coin flip. It's either you do really well or it goes down into the gutters. But for Team Tamilas, it seems like they played all their cards right to get that Champions title. And this is going to be Stoner here on a site. He's going to toss out the cage, and Demon just dashing in, trying to rain from above with the Blade Storm. Not going to spot out a member yet. Stoner does pick up a kill onto Darku. And Akashi here just trying to find the best possible position. He will get that plant off. 1 minute to spare. But now the defenders, Team Tamilas, they've got to go for this retake. We do see the Phoenix just healing himself up a little bit there. That is really good about that agent. The fact that, you know, kind of have a bit of leeway, you know, a little bit more tankiness. Zoid and Demon, 1-for-1 trade. Double kill for Zoid and Flex on the Reyna. He's going to find Aladdin. Demon picks up Stoner, but Jin wraps it up. Does it once again. And an easy, safe defuse for Team Tamilas.
A very comfortable round coming through for Team Tamilas. Then they'll be letting Flex pick up that defuse. help him get closer to his ultimate. We know when Flex starts to pop off, he really just starts to just completely take over the game by himself. And him being on the Reyna is really curious for me to see, because one of the key things that I wanted to see from Team Tamilas coming into the earlier rounds is to try to pick up that double initiator breach Sova composition that we've seen in pro play across like competition like First Strike Law. It's really become the meta, but I really like the answer Team Tamilas have to that composition, wherein, as you said, they're a team that does not shy away at all from experimentation. And this Phoenix and Reyna composition coming in with the flashes for both your duelists, sort of just setting up that spread out like peaking play for their team, able to really excel in it. Now Team Tamilas on defense already 4-0. It's going to be TuruLob trying to fight back. Last round was their eco. We'll see if they can pull it back this round.
Now Team Tamilas, 4 rounds in the lead. TuruLob, they gotta find some kind of footing here. And it seems like they have spread themselves out, possibly looking for a pickoff before they advance and make them move to get onto site and carry out planting that spike. Now, Demon, he has the op in hand, following Aladdin here with the Phantom. And they're looking for a shot. That's what they want to do. Aladdin dropping the drone, trying to get a bit of information, seeing that the garden is pretty free. He does spot out the Phoenix. Now Aladdin, it's all up to him to try and entry frag here. Or if, you know, his trusty Jet can get that pick off a Zoid, he's just going to back away. And Zoid has been performing amazing since Series 2 when he made his debut. And he's just been performing very consistently. The Paranoia just about misses him. And this is going to be Zakrims finding the kill onto Stoner. TuruLob, they've got some kind of opening. I like the slow approach, and the spike gets planted. Zoid, he's going to drop the running back with the curveball. But TuruLob is quick to take him out. No more double lives for the Phoenix. Aladdin just shooting his shots right up in rafters, trying to get a bit of damage. Zoid healing back to help. Flex is going to pick up Akashi, and he sprays again. He finds a triple onto site. Brilliantly done. TuruLob, they are down to members. Zakrims falls, and Jin wraps that up. Team Tamilas with a beautiful performance there on the retake. TuruLob, they didn't expect that. But I will have to say that I like the way the attackers are switching it up every single round. They may be a new team, they may not be as experienced as Team Tamilas, but I really like the way that they are approaching this game. And I think that is what really matters when you are new and coming out onto the scene.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I love seeing teams really pick up the right ideas when coming into a tournament, because while coming into the tournament in itself is good experience, it's even better when you have the sort of strategy and plan coming into the game. You're like, this is what we understand about the game, and then you look to evolve that understanding of the game, and there simply isn't a better way to do it than against our former champions in Team Tamilas. So we'll see TuruLob, they get a bit of the short straw in terms of draws here, facing up against a top tier team, but that also means they get to really get a true test of their capabilities, of their metal, and see what they can learn here. Now TuruLob once again spreading out for Flex, pushing down B main, will find that first blood, take down Dark Gaming. Now Stoner holding down from Binary, finds 2, Zoid with the third. It's looking like an easy 6-0 for Team Tamilas.
Indeed, Akashi, last man standing for TuruLob, and that's a flying Zoid just jumping down into the courtyard, picking up that kill. But Jin and Zoid on the top of the board there, both with 8 kills. And, you know, we always have prizes for, you know, players that do rake up the most number of MVPs. So Zoid and Jin, they can battle that out. But, you know, in the game, TuruLob here, moving on to the next round. They do have 4 ultimates ready. If they can plan this attack, or they could save it for the next round, considering that, you know, they are going for half buys. I would prefer more of an eco. But hey, TuruLob, let's see if this is going to work out in their favor. Stoner here, usually on A-side duty. And it seems like a full-on attack is coming. Stoner, he has an idea, drops that Cypher Cage. And Stoner just gonna wait very patiently. And that is a flying raise. Trigger control might work out in his favor. Zoid's gonna take out that Crims. Zoid's gonna find a double. And Stoner chimes in. He fights 1, 2, and not 3. Aladdin, last member standing, but that's gonna be Kusev with the op, taking him out. And really quick round. Team Tamilas, they're looking sharp as ever. But TuruLob, you know, it would work if they try to make a little bit of ruckus, but look for a rotate. Don't fully commit onto a site, but try to play a little bit more mind games with Team Tamilas, because anything straightforward, Team Tamilas is going to see right through you.
I mean, yeah, definitely. But Stoner's like temperament, like the way he's able to just hold on, not shoot, wait for the right moment, and believe in his team's capability to come back him up is just absolutely phenomenal. This is exactly why he picked up that LG monitor for himself with the play of the tournament. Just cool, calm, and collected ever is Stoner. Now, Flex pushing in aggressively. We'll get one tap by Aladdin with that Sheriff. Advantage to TuruLob. It's as you said, TuruLob. Like they really need to spread out, and they seem to be looking to do just that. Akashi will get one more. The Cypher ultimate will come out for the side of TuruLob, make it 5v3. TuruLob doing exactly as we asked of them, playing the mind games. They got to pick in A, they got to pick in B, but now they're pushing through mid, looking to use their advantage to the max.
Now Zoid, he's gonna be looking at the back. He's gonna pick up Akashi. Team Tamilas a man down. TuruLob, they have almost figured out how this works, but they've got to carry out this post plant perfectly to secure this round. Now Team Tamilas, we have Zoid here in Rafters. He might be the first one as his teammates are rotating. They're gonna figure out a way to get this done, and a dark cover thrown out there by Team Tamilas. Pretty good, you know, just to block off a long. And that is going to be one kill for Zoid onto Dark-Q. Spots another, and Demon's going to take out Jin. But Kuse finds Demon, is down to a 2v2. TuruLob, they might just do it this time. And I would say if they do make this round work, it's a huge achievement. And there is a Hunter's Fury to buy more time. Zakrims takes out Zoid. Kuse, last man standing. Thrifty round for TuruLob. And that is exactly what they do against a team like Team Tamilas. Kudos to them. They figured it out. But the question is, do they have the consistency to do it continuously? Great round for the attackers.
I mean, very well done by TuruLob. They do exactly as you asked of them. They spread themselves out. They get those picks in A main. Aladdin gets that one tap and really punishes Flex, because time and time again we've seen Flex push down that B main angle, try to get a picks, and TuruLob, they see that they recognize that fact and they look to punish him for it, now able to take him down. Flex, he himself though, as you expect from Team Tamilas, will adapt, will switch it up, will go for that flash before he does and get that information of TuruLob's position. This time it's gonna be Akashi lurking down towards A catwalk, and the rest of the team pushing in to B. The grenades come out, but they are just looking to make noise, not committing to a site particularly. The one interesting thing is though, is the Jet in the side of TuruLob in Demon. He's carrying the spike. This might just be folly, because if you really do not want a duelist carrying the spike, because if he does go down, that's a ton of information given over to Team Tamilas.
TuruLob here approaching this round very carefully. They have the full buys. They gotta try to keep this lead going, and I really like the way that they are going about this, but how is Team Tamilas going to respond? Stoner here lurking in short along with Zoid. They're going to wait, and we do see Demon busting out the Blade Storm, and just going to drop a Cloud Burst. That's a little bit of information that Stoner has, but there is the rotation coming in from TuruLob. It looks like they have their sights set on B, and Flex here just waiting very patiently. The discipline from Team Tamilas is just massive, and Flex here just spraying, trying to get a kill, but Demon shoves a blade right into Flex's heart, takes him out, and Team Tamilas, Jin is gonna find a double kill. He is defending out of his mind, 10 seconds left. Zakrims takes him out, and Demon finds a kill on Stoner. Team Tamilas down to one member, and that is Zoid. TuruLob, it's almost like they've cracked the code. They know how to attack against Team Tamilas, playing right to the dot of the timer. They've got the spike planted. I love this. TuruLob here, just making things work and putting Team Tamilas in a very difficult spot. Now will Zoid carry out this 1v3? He finds the kill on the Demon. Will he spot this one out? Zakrims ends this round off with a triple kill. Nicely done. TuruLob, they want to bounce back, and you can see the work that they are putting in.
You can see that TuruLob, they're a team who really communicates between themselves, because they stretch out this round all the way towards the end, with Akashi looking down on catwalk, making a ton of noise there, and the rest of his team making a ton of noise at B. they automatically think, okay, you know what, they're likely just making noise at B and then rotating towards A because they know that Akashi and the Omen is there. But TuruLob is like, no, we're gonna play mind games with you. We're gonna play it really slow and then rotate back to B where we made that noise. And Flex with the Empress, he's like, bro, can I just get one kill so I can find that invisible reset and pop off? He's not able to find it. Found a ton of damage, but not a kill. Now he's out looking for vengeance. The Boombot will miss him, and they don't know that he's here. They're gonna come out of the shadows and find Flex. Flex with the trail control. Will find Akashi. Will find Zakrim. Will find Demon. Flex is mad.
Flex with the sneaky deaky play there. Flex is gonna spray again. He runs out of bullets. Aladdin's gonna take him out. Dark finds Zoid and Stoner with the return kill. Last man standing is Aladdin with 7 HP, and Stoner wraps that up. Man, that was Flex just sneaking into the courtyard undetected. And you know, that trigger control, that is why it's so important, you know. Sometimes you have trigger control, it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but in this case, Flex picked the right time to do it, finding those 2 kills and then picking up that last one. It was so quick, barely enough time for TrueLove to react, but hey, 8 rounds secured for Team Tamilas.
Oh my god, that was so unlucky for the side of TuruLob because that Boombot, it just passed inches by Flex, and just as he went to the other side of smoke, not noticing him and giving him that perfect position, and it's Flex once again changing up his position. Now an A-shot finds first blood. Kusif and Zoid not too far behind. Kusif will find his second, will drop the spike, make it 8-2, and oh my, Team Tamilas, they're angry, they knocked a couple rounds.
Team Tamilas closing that round out. It was really quick, but Zoid there, 14 kills on the board, stepping it up. That is Zoid, and you know, we've seen Zoid on controllers, and you know, now we're seeing him on duelists. It's good to see, and throughout the course of today, that players are getting much more flexible, because you know, in the earlier days of since Valorant was just released, a lot of players, they kind of stuck to what they know, one particular agent. But now, as you know, the meta is kind of forming, and all these teams and players, they know what to expect. They got to be more creative. They have to take their opponents by surprise. It is more of a requirement now to be able to play more than just one agent. And Zoid there, gonna get a lot of his armor taken out, some HP as well from their paint shell. That was nicely thrown in by TrueLove. They gotta capitalize on this. Akashi, Seijuro there, picking up Stoner, and Zoid. He's gonna spray for his life, but Flex picks up Aladdin. Back to an even playing field. Akashi again, he gets another. Trying to put his team back on the map, and this is the last round before the swap. So this round, if TrueLove can make it count, it's gonna mean a lot for them. Kusif here, mid-duty, and Jin pushes up into B main. Pretty aggressive, but he's gonna wait. And that's the furthest that he will go. Zoid here in A short. Just gonna whip out that dagger. Make his way over to A long, but the last 3 members of TrueLove, they are pushing into B main. And looks like Jin has left. And he's going to look for a rotate of some sorts. Now Kusif might just come into contact with Demon here right around the corner. Kusif's just going to turn around. And man, 3v3 situation. This is going to be a spicy one. Jin with the recon. He's going to toss that
30
out.
seconds left.
And he does see the bullets. That is a bit of information. Team Tamilas, they pretty much know what the next move is going to be. I do like the fact that Demon has infiltrated the mid area into market, gaining all of that control on the platform there. The B side now, Akashi, he's got to be smart about this. The spike has been planted. The Hunter's Fury from Jin is useful. Takes out Dark Q. Really TrueLove. Will they pick this round up? Demon, he's going to find that kill onto Kusif. And Akashi here. Demon with the double. 2v1 situation. It's all up to Jin to clutch this one out here. And he's gonna toss out the recon dot once again. He sprays, takes a bit of HP, but Demon wraps that up. Triple kill. Nicely done by TrueLove to end off the first half. 9-3. Team Tamilas with still a significant dominance. But hey, TrueLove, they are analyzing and adapting as early as in the round of 128. I like where this match is going, CA.
Yeah, I think the team of TuruLob, I feel like they're such a good team in terms of communication and coordination. You can see that every single play they're making, it's going through the entire team. All of the team understanding what the idea is, not just in the play they're making, but also towards the next step of that play. And when that comes through, you can see the coordination in a team. They're playing it together and they're playing it really well. Demon with that triple, he stopped fragging for TuruLob with the 11 kills, able to pick up that last round. Now, having said all of that, it's still 9-3 for Team Tamilas. And now Team Tamilas on the attacking side is where they really start to explode on Ascent. You're going to see these extremely fast side bursts from them. And it looks like it's going to be on A for the first pistol round.
Now Demon here making a move here into, he's just gonna back away. TuruLob here on the side of defense. Team Tamilas, they're coming in heavy, and Demon's gonna find the first kill. khopdi and Akashi, 1-for-1 trade. 4v3 down to a 3v3. TuruLob, will they be able to defend this? The spike has been planted. Flex gonna pick up Demon, and he fires away. Just gonna get a little bit of a reload. Zafrims on Raptors, firing away as well. But, a lot of back and forth. TuruLob, only 2 members left. It's going to be a massive task. And considering that the race is relatively low, and Flex just wraps that up. Another round secure, double digits for Team Tamilas.
I mean, these are our champions, Apo. These are the defending champions of Series 4. And this is why you have to be scared on them, because on a map like Ascent, a map that they know and love, when you put players like Zoid and Flex on just that self-sufficient duelist, the team really starts to pop off, and you can see that. TuruLob, I have to give them so much props, because this team, time and time again, they've tried their best, adapted to the situation at hand, and tried to come out on top. But right now, Team Tamilas just a tier above. Flex leading the charts with that Reyna pick like you expect him to. We'll see what Team Tamilas do in this round, because one thing that you can be sure from Team Tamilas is that they love to switch up their strategies.
Indeed, and Team Tamilas, they are also very quick to analyze and adapt, and they can see that, you can definitely see that they figured out what TuruLob's playstyle is. Flex and Stoner gonna pick up the first 2 kills. Equal round for TuruLob, and this is just a massacre, flawless round, not a single life lost from the side of Team Tamilas. And they're looking to close this one out. But hey, I want to see TuruLob pop off again, because it took them a while to kind of figure out what was going on and how to attack against Team Tamilas. But the fact that they do show that kind of progress, it just speaks volumes. And, every team starts from somewhere. And TuruLob, I think they're on the right track here. Now, Flex and Stoner, very quick to pick up these kills. Double kill for Stoner. Jin chiming in. Just really quick.
Yeah, I think for Team Tamilas, Flex and Stoner really shining. But it's as you expect, right? It's Flex and Zoid leading the charge. But Jin, every single time TT, they seem to get a new player. They shine in the series, they debut, but they become even better in the next. And Jin looks to be a perfect example of that. But now all gunfire down and mid. Akashi will find the first kill on Flex, but Jin immediately answers back. That was a bit chaotic from both teams, and now both of the teams just taking a step back, taking a breath, using that their abilities before they make another step forward. Now Stoner with the camera, he got a little bit of information regarding Raze's positioning in market, and now they're going to look to push in with the help of that. They know exactly where this Raze is, and Zoid will set up the flash, will go in, will not find him. Instead, Zakram will find that kill, but Jin instantly there to cover his teammate up, and that's going to be an easy B-side push for Team Tamilas.
3v3 situation. TuruLob is trying to give Team Tamilas a really hard time. Now this is going to be Khopdi. Moving on to site, and Jin picks up the kill onto Aladdin, a totaling of 3 kills. Jin very much ready to show himself. And, towards the end of Series 3 and right now in Series 4, we can see a massive difference in the growth of Jin as a player, stepping up, getting these multi-kills, flashy plays, just showing us, the little bit of that kind of intelligence outplays that he can do against his opponents, and I really like it. Now this is Demon here looking for a pick-off. They're gonna take on their Recon. Bolt Stoner takes out Dark Q. Demon with a return kill and a 4K to end off this round. Match point for Team Tamilas. Very much ready to progress into the round of 64.
I still remember the first time we saw Jin in Series 3. I was a bit conflicted because I was like, Zoid and Tag were so damn good in Series 2. Surely, like, they couldn't have found a player that will not just be, like, just as good, but also sort of make the team better as a whole. Jin, coming into Team Tamilas, he's really adapted to his role perfectly. He's the real initiator. The first player on Team Tamilas that we've really seen pick up the breach in a couple maps, really staying true to his role and coming on top of that, like, difficult situations time and time again. You can see that especially in his recon bolt placements. Every single time he gets some information off of his recon bolt, and that's way easier said than done. Now we'll tag one, we'll bring out the Hunter's Fury, we'll find the tag onto Demon, Stoner ends up stealing that kill from Jin onto Demon, but Jin still sets it up. Now Darkyu will get one more, and you can see TuruLob, they're going for the flank and they're holding it down strong.
Oh, a little bit of a whiff there, but Team Tamilas, they're not gonna take this round and end it off just yet as TuruLob, they've cracked the code once again and they're able to get one more round for themselves. This is really fun to watch. You know, I'm having a ball of a time watching TuruLob scramble around, picking up the pieces, analyzing, and, you know, taking Team Tamilas off guard. Akashi and Darkyu, they're picking up multiple kills, and Darkyu just ending it off with a triple. He was the man in defense for that round. Now, Team Tamilas, you know, they can't just try a very straightforward strategy to try and end it off. They still gotta be calculated like how they always are, because TuruLob, they didn't come here to play games. It looks like Team Tamilas, you know, Team Tamilas can actually just end it off with just one round win. But TuruLob isn't going to go down without giving them a fight. That's going to be a one-for-one trade. Void there picking up Akashi. TuruLob, they are falling one by one this time. It might be a little too late as Team Tamilas, they are angry. 4 players getting the spike planted. And Stoner, he's going to put down that neural theft. Demon coming down from above, slowly, swiftly, beautifully. Will he find the kill? Not quite as Zoid puts a bullet through his head. Aladdin's gonna take down Flex, and Stoner ends it off. Team Tamilas, they're gonna make their way over to the round of 64.
That Owen ultimate by Kusuf, you can just see it on the minimap right about now in the instant replay, was absolutely brilliant. Goes over to the B main angle over towards CT and is able to cause so much chaos, get that kill onto Darkyu. And even though Akashi ends up taking him down, while Akashi is taking Kusuf down, you can see Zoid and the rest of his team in Flex pushing in to be able to get control of that site. Beautifully played by yet another new player for Team Tamilas, and it really does feel for Team Tamilas, it's the team where you want to go as a new player because they're brothers. They're a team of brothers that really shows that synergy between them.
Indeed, you know, that was a really fun match to watch. Now, before we talk about it, we're going to move into Relive the Moment, brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 notebook, powered by 4000 series Ryzen processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. Now, okay, I'm going to talk about TuruLob first. I did like Demon on that jet. He was at the top of the board for his team, and we did see a lot of calculated plays coming out from TuruLob. Many rounds kind of didn't work, but there were a few rounds that did as well. And, you know, I like it when I see these new teams on the block very much ready to just adapt to the situation. It shows that their gears are working, they're thinking, they're on their toes. And TuruLob, I really hope to see them once again, because this shouldn't be the end of their journey. They are on the right track. Now, as for Team Tamilas, it's great to see the champions come back, and it's going to be a really tough series this time because, you know, a lot of juggernauts are back in the game. They want to take the title for Series 4. And Team Tamilas here, looking at their start in the round of 128, they put off a great performance. Unconventional team composition, not running a jet, Flexes on the Reyna this time. I think they're cooking up something pretty cool. What do you think, CA?
I really like the team composition because this is the only scenario where I'm okay with a breach not being present on a team composition because you have enough flashes to compensate for that breach. But more importantly, you have Flex on this agent that can just completely single-handedly take over the game. We've seen that so many times, Flex, even on the jet, where he's just 1v5ing the entire round, able to just pick up kill after kill for Team Tamilas. It's really nice to see him experimenting with the Reyna and something that could become a really big X factor going into the best of 3 and best of 5 series later into the tournament. But coming back to TuruLob, I mean, I really don't think the score does them justice because they put up a really good fight. They were, as you said, again and again, they were adapting, they were trying to be better, and that's really what you love to see in a new team, that effort and that dedication to prove themselves on this stage.
I agree. Man, that was a good match. And, you know, TuruLob, keep doing what you're doing, and we hope to see you guys again. Remember, we still have Series 5, but registrations will open much later. But all in all, congratulations to Team Tamilas for making it over to the round of 64. So, you know, everyone must be really happy. You know, they see their champions once again. And today, we saw Team Tamilas, Godlike Esports, and Noble Esports make it over to the round of 64. So we know that it's going to continue getting more juicy. And as we move into, you know, the further tiers of the tournament, competition gets a lot tougher. Now, that is all for today. We had 3 matches. We're going to have another 3 tomorrow. So remember to like and subscribe. Click that bell icon so you get notifications whenever we are live. And do join us for these games because it's really fun to see what you guys have to say in the chat supporting your teams. We also have a massive sale on LG monitors. You can check out the links in the description or follow our socials for updates throughout the entirety of the tournament daily. That is also the links are in the description as well. Got a little bit tongue-tied there. But that is all for today. My name is Apollonia. I was your host and caster. And joining me, you know him and you love him. It was CA, caster and analyst. This was the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 4, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD. We have ACT as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. Until tomorrow, take care, good night, and happy gaming, you guys. Hope to see you all tomorrow.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do. Baby, while we're young, baby, while we're young. I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Let's make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do. Baby, while we're young,